Today we are going to discuss the most important lesson in the history part, independence. The most important lesson, student, this is in the history part. The post-war of Indian independence, 1857. This lesson we call in a different names. This is also we can call it as the post-war of Indian independence. Also, they can call it as a Sepoy mutiny. Also, it's called as the War of 1857 or 1857 revolt also. Okay, so let question comes either the first war of Indian independence. Example, name the causes of the first war of Indian independence. Like this also they can ask, or name the causes of 1857 revolt. They can ask, or name the causes of Sepoy mutiny. Right now, so that's why this lesson is very important, and this lesson name it is there, no? So this they can name it as in a different names also. The first war of Indian independence, 1857 revolt, or Sepoy mutiny also. Okay. In this lesson, step by step we will discuss. First, we will discuss the fill in the blank questions from this lesson. There are many fill-ups questions are there from this lesson. The most important fill in the blank questions today we are going to discussing. The first one is there, fill-ups. The first question is, the mutiny of 1857 was called as dash by the British historians. I repeat the question. The mutiny of 1857 was called as dash by the British historians. You see, this question answer is the Sepoy mutiny. The Sepoy mutiny. And also this question they can ask in another type. The mutiny of 1857 was called as dash. First question was dash by the British historians. It is a Sepoy mutiny. The same time, the mutiny of 1857 was called as dash by the Indian historians. Right now, according to the British historians, the mutiny of 1857 it is called as a Sepoy mutiny. But according to the Indian historians, this is called as the first war of Indian independence. Got it? According to the British historians, it is a Sepoy mutiny. But according to the Indian historians, it is the first war of independence. Second question, the policy implemented by Dalhousie is dash. The policy implemented by Dalhousie is dash. Very simple. Doctrine of lapse. Answer is doctrine of lapse. This is the policy implemented by Dalhousie. See, the ending words are there, no? Dalhousie, and implemented policy is there, no? Even that is also ending with the last word only. There, Dalhousie, and here doctrine of lapse. Housie, lapse. Right now, please connect each other. Right now, so that it is very easy to remember that answer. Right now, one is there, the policy implemented by Dalhousie, and the policy name is the doctrine of lapse. Next question. During the mutiny of 1857, dash killed a British officer. During the mutiny of 1857, the dash Indian, right now, Indian soldier killed a British officer. Who is that Indian soldier? What is his name? That is the answer. The name of the Indian soldier is Mangal Pandey. The name itself, their energy is there. Right, no, very brave soldier. He killed the British officer. Right, no, he killed the British officer who's the responsible for this 1857 revolt. That is the answer, Mangal Pandey. Next question. Jhansi Rani Lakshmi Bai. Jhansi Rani Lakshmi Bai took over dash from the British during her war against them. Which place? Jhansi Rani Lakshmi Bai took over dash place from the British during her war against them. The name of the place is Gwalior. The name of the place is Gwalior. So these are all the very important fill-ups questions from this lessons. The next one is there. So now answer the following questions in one sentence each. Answer the following questions in one sentence each. In this, the 1 mark questions now we are going to discuss. The first 1 mark question is, what did the Indian historians term 1857 revolt? The first the fill-up question was, the revolt 1857 was called as dash according to the British historians. That is Sepoy Mutiny. According to the British historians, 1857 revolt called as Sepoy Mutiny. According to the Indian historians, according to our Indian historians, this 1857 revolt termed as or called as the post Indian freedom struggle. The post Indian freedom struggle. Why it is called as the post Indian freedom struggle means because before this 1857 many movements, many struggles, many revolts takes place in our country, but not in this huge amount of the people are not gathered or not part of this any revolt. Right, no? So chota mota here, like a very small numbers, they are revolting here and there, and Britishers very easily they are suppressing that revolts. Right, no? Even that is not becoming a popular, or people also not coming to know that. But this is the post time many number of the people, Indian people, so took part in this revolt, and post time this is right now Britishers so got like little shock. Oh, there is all the Indians, if they join together, we are nothing. First time Britishers realized, right? That is why the 1857 revolt is there, a code, Indian historians termed as the first Indian freedom struggle. Second question, second 1 mark question. What did English historians term 1857 revolt? According to the British historians, what is the term of 1857 revolt? What they call this 1857 revolt? According to the British historians, the 1857 revolt called or termed as the Sepoy Mutiny. Why Britishers they called it 1857 revolt as only a Sepoy Mutiny means because according to the British historians, according to the Britishers what they have written the history, according to that only the Sepoys has participated in that mutiny. No public people, no apart these Sepoys, they have not take part in this 1857 revolt. So that is why they termed as it is a Sepoy Mutiny. It is a wrong notion of the Britishers, right? Because in this, not only the Sepoys, so all other civilians also, they joined their hands in this revolt. That is why Indian historians, they termed it as the post-freedom struggle of India, or the post-war of Indian independence. So now I think you got the answer for this. According to the Indian historians, this is the post-war of Indian independence. According to the British historians, so 1857 revolt termed as only a sepoy mutiny. This is a very important question. So according to the Indian historians and according to the British historians. What is a type of new and improved guns started by the Britishers? In this 1857 revolt, Britishers, they used the new type of the weapon, a new type of the improved guns they used in this revolt. What is the name of that revolt or guns? So because even that gun is also become the one of the reasons for the 1857 revolt. Then what is the name of that new improved gun name? There is a question here. The improved gun name is a very famous bike name, that is Royal Enfield gun. Royal Enfield gun. That is the one of the gun is became the reasons for this 1857 revolt. I hope it is very easy to remember, you people, because the Royal Enfield is a very famous bike, right? Next question. Where did the 1857 revolt start? Because for the every movement or for the every revolt, okay, a starting point will be there and even ending point also will be there. Then what is the starting point of this 1857 revolt? The 1857 revolt started from Barakpur. From Barakpur. The name of the starting point of the 1857 revolt is Barakpur. Please do remember that, Barakpur. Next question. Who was defeated as the Emperor of the Indian during the 1857 revolt? I repeat the question. Who was declared as the Emperor of the India during 1857 revolt? See, 1857 when the revolt has started, these sepoys, right now, so before the 1857 revolt has started, the whole India, it was under the control of the Britishers only. The whole India. But so this is how now when the revolt has started, the Indian sepoys, they declared the one of the Indian emperor, one of the Indian a person or the king as the Emperor of the India. Then who is that the king name here? That is answer. Here answer is the Mughal king Bahadur Shah II. The Mughal king Bahadur Shah II was declared as the Emperor of the India during the 1857 revolt. He was the dethroned emperor. Britishers, they dethroned him and kept aside. Right now these Indian soldiers again they declared that the Mughal king Bahadur Shah II was declared as a Emperor of India during this 1857 revolt. Who led 1857 revolt in Kanpur? Important question, student, this is. Who led 1857 revolt in Kanpur? Who was the leader? Led means who led that revolt? Who was the leader? Who was the front person in that to lead this revolt in the 1857 revolt? The name of that person is Nana Sahib. Nana Sahib, he led the 1857 revolt in the Kanpur. Kanpur, it is also one of the important place during this 1857 revolt. The contribution in the Kanpur revolt is also very notable one in this revolt. That's why in this Kanpur revolt, who was the leader or who led this revolt in the Kanpur means that is none other than Nana Saheb. Who was Tatya Tope? Who was Tatya Tope? Tatya Tope was the assistant of the Nana Saheb. So Nana Saheb is the leader in the 1857 revolt in the Kanpur. Right now, for him, there is one assistant was there. Right now, who was that? The assistant's one more great personality in this 1857 revolt means that is Tatya Tope. So Tatya Tope is the assistant of the Nana Saheb. So now both you should know. Nana Saheb is the leader in the 1857 in the Kanpur, and Tatya Tope is the assistant. Here the Nana Saheb means for that assistant for the Nana Saheb, Tatya Tope was there. Tatya Tope is the assistant of the Nana Saheb in the Kanpur. Why did Rani Lakshmi Bai declared war on the British? Very important question. Why did Rani Lakshmi Bai declared war on the Britishers? Because answer is Rani Lakshmi Bai, who was angered by the doctrine of lapse policy which was declared by the Britishers. Answer is Rani Lakshmi Bai was angered by the doctrine of lapse policy declared by the Britishers. Who has a special place in the arrivals of the Indian freedom struggle? Who has a special place in the arrivals of the Indian freedom struggle? Same, Rani Lakshmi Bai has a special place in the arrival of the Indian freedom struggle. In the freedom struggle, who was the lady? Okay, who was the lady who very great personality, a part of this freedom struggle means that is Rani Lakshmi Bai, the lady, right now, the lady leader, the lady princess, queen. Rani Lakshmi Bai, she is a queen, and she against the policy, doctrine of lapse policy, against the doctrine of lapse policy, she revolt. Okay, she declared the revolt against the Britishers. Next question: what come to an end after the 1857 revolt? After the 1857 revolt, what came to an end? That is the question. What came to an end after the 1857 revolt? Answer is the government of the governance of East India Company came to an end after this 1857 revolt. Okay, now before this, right now, before this, when the West India Company, they came to the India for the purpose of the trade, and later on, you know that one, right now we have discussed all those things in the previous lessons, how they started in India and how they even involved in the Indian administration completely, how they occupied the whole Indian administration and even the Indian politics also they have started, and they started ruling the whole of our country, right now. But their power comes to an end after this 1857 revolt. British government, so they put a full stop for the governance of the East India Company in India. Directly, British government itself started doing the administration in India. Before the 1857, East India Company was doing the administration in India, but after this 1857 revolt only, British government, they realized that They realized the mistake what the East India Company is doing, and they even realized the power and the strength of the Indians, and that's why they should not do any mistakes in the future. The British government directly they start doing the administration even in India also. Next question. To whom the administration of India was handed over after the 1857 revolt? Before the 18th, right now this 1857 revolt put a end to the British East India Company governance, right? So then the administration that to whom they have hand over, who has started doing the administration in India? That is the question. The answer is the administration of India was handed over to a Secretary of Indian Affairs of the British Parliament. Repeat the answer. The administration of India was handed over to the Secretary of Indian Affairs. The Secretary of Indian Affairs of the British Parliament. Who passed a declaration in 1858? Right now, here the Queen of Britain passed a declaration of 1857. In the 1857, after this 1857 revolt, the Queen of the Britain, she passed one declaration in 1857. These are all the important 1 mark questions from this lesson, students. Now we are going to discuss saying next, answer the following questions. Answer the following questions. What were the result of doctrine of lapse? Discuss. What were the result of doctrine of lapse? Discuss. See, what is mean of doctrine of lapse? Because of this doctrine of lapse only, Rani Lakshmi Bai declared a war on the Britishers, declared a revolt on the Britishers, right? So then what is mean of this doctrine of lapse? That we need to discuss. Right now that we need to answer this. The answer is for this question, due to the doctrine of lapse implemented by the Britishers. Right now, so due to this doctrine of lapse implemented by the Britishers, many Indian kings had to lose their kingdoms. Many Indian rulers, they had to lose their kingdoms. They lost their kingdoms. And as a result of this policy, Saurashtra, Jaipur, Jhansi, Udaipur and many other states became a part of the British Emperor. British Emperor. Right now, so then what is this doctrine of lapse means? If any ruler, any local ruler, suppose our Indian local ruler, if anyone, if they don't have the a natural heir, means their own son or the daughter, right now, so after the king's death, what happened? Right now, if suppose I am the king, right now I have a son or a daughter. After my death, what happens? My kingship goes to my daughter or my son. Suppose if I don't have the son or the daughter, then what the rulers was doing? They are adopting the somebody else. Right now, they are adopting the somebody else, and their power after the death, that power is going to that person. Right now, the daughter, son or daughter. But according to the doctrine of lapse, right now, so suppose any local ruler, if they doesn't have the any son or daughter, their own son or the daughter, they are not supposed to adopt the somebody else. They are not supposed to adopt the somebody else as a daughter or the son to right now to give up their kingship after the king's death. They put a full stop for that. No, if you don't have the son or daughter, then after your death, automatically the kingdom will fall in the hands of the Britishers. Right now, so that is the policy. Because of this policy, what happened? So many rulers, right now, they doesn't have their own son or a daughter. After the death of that, so automatically that kingdom, it goes to the British. Okay, so joining to the British Emperor only. So that is why, so after, because of this only, many Indian rulers, they had lost their kingdoms. Which are the states? Important states means one is there, so Satara, one more is the Jaipur, Jhansi, Udaipur. Please do remember that one. So Satara, Jaipur, Jhansi, Udaipur. So these are all the states became a part of the British Emperor only because of the doctrine of lapse.